Okay, the question is how to find my purpose. I went to a university and got my finance degree. After a few months in the industry, I became almost 100% certain that is not my purpose. I like to teach piano. I also like to teach martial arts. They don't make as much money as working in finance, but I find myself when I'm doing them and I feel fulfilled on my purpose while I'm doing them. Okay. I'd appreciate your perspective on this topic to help me move forward with more clarity. That's a very good question.
It's a
Deep
very common,
question. Mhm.
deep question, very common question. I struggled with it myself. And the tool that has helped me the most is the
Mhm.
Japanese method of finding your reason for being. It's called Ikigai. So, Ikigai is a method that helps people find their purpose, and it's 4 questions. And the first question, list the things that you love. The second question, list the things that you're good at. Third question, list the things that you can get paid for. And the fourth question is list the things that the world needs. So in this example, she's getting paid for working in finance and she doesn't love it. She's good at it because she studied, she has the knowledge, and the world needs it. But that quadrant of loving it is missing. So she's not fulfilled. When she does martial arts, she's good at it, she loves it, the world needs, but she's not making as much money in finances. So that finance quadrant is not being fulfilled. The same thing with teaching piano. She loves it, she's good at it, she's not making as much money, and the world needs it. The world needs music. So here's my personal opinion. Take action. That's number one. Take action in the what is calling you. Okay. And the finances is not the issue because you've already learned that working in finances for a few months did not resonate with you. And even to become a good employee or a good professional in finance, you have to grow your skills and you're going to have to learn a lot of things to keep up with the technology, to keep up with the competition, and to keep up with the demands. It doesn't just end after the university. It doesn't just end after the degree. So I would explore more the martial arts path and the piano path. And I would look for people that you see their life as something that you want for yourself. So in finance, explore that too. Is there someone in finance that you see their life has played out in such a way that you would like to have this life? My assumption from your question is that no, you couldn't find that person. And that's why you're not motivated to climb up that ladder. And then let's take the piano path. Is there a pianist or a piano teacher that you know of that has the life that you would like to have? If so, then that's your mentor. That's your blueprint for success. You see, we don't have to reinvent success. Success is already out there. It's been done by hundreds and thousands of people. All we need is to follow the blueprint and just get those repetitions in. Most people give up after 2 repetitions, like, I'm not the best, so I'm going to give up. Well, you're not the best because you didn't get your repetitions in. And then do the same for the martial arts. Is there a martial arts teacher out there that has a life that you would like to have? If so, that is your mentor. Learn. What did they do? What was their business strategy? What steps did they take? How did they become better? What skills did they have to learn? And that is your blueprint. So I say take action and learn a lot. Learn a lot about not the technical parts of finances and the technical parts of piano and the technical parts of martial arts, about the lifestyles that are possible in each. That's what I wish I've done earlier in my career. So in my personal story, I studied architecture. And shortly after I graduated and got a job in architecture, I realized that even though I love architecture in itself, I love the design, I love the thought process, I love the concept, I even love the work. However, I didn't love the system or the process in which architecture has to go through to be manifested. And then I couldn't find an architect that I wanted to have their life. I didn't find an architect that I looked at and I was like, this lifestyle, this is what I want. None. So to me, it was, I didn't love it anymore. The four quadrants of love, I'm good at it, finances, and the world needs, they were not in harmony anymore. So what was the next thing that I loved? I loved music. So I did that for a little bit. I took action immediately. I didn't overthink it. I didn't overanalyze it. After 1 year of learning the guitar, I was making music and putting it out there and getting feedback from people. And that led me to, okay, I don't know how to make money from it. Let me explore something else. And also, I believe that I was not so good at it. Let me explore something else. So I explored life coaching and I found out that I'm good at life coaching. I'm better at life coaching than I am in music. And I'm better in life coaching than I am in architecture. So now what's missing? So now I'm checking off the love box. I love it. I'm checking off the I'm good at it box. And the world needs it. Absolutely. It's a growing industry. Now I need to figure out how to get paid for it. So now I need to find the right mentors who did it, who made it happen, who became a success in that path, and learn everything they did and do exactly what they did repeatedly until I get the results that they got. That's what success is. You take the blueprint and you repeat the steps in it over and over and over and over until you get the results. Just keep in mind that it's not going to be a linear process. It's going to be a lot of zigzags. You're going to discover a lot of things and it's going to be back and forth. Don't be frustrated. This is absolutely normal.
Yeah, man. I can totally relate to this situation because I do too love playing piano. And I totally resonate because when I do play piano, I feel something, like I feel super fulfilled. So I can totally resonate. But I want to share my personal journey with this. I learned that follow your passion is not a really good advice. So MJ DeMarco from the books Fast Lane Millionaire and Unscripted also doesn't believe in this advice. And not just that, he actually thinks that it's the worst advice you can ever get. And here's why. Because it's self-centered. It's not market-centered. The market is selfish. So you cannot approach the market being selfish because the market is selfish. The only thing that the market cares about is what are you going to do for me? Like how much is it going to cost and when can I get it? So he gives an example about a guy that ironically loves martial arts, right? And he is like a master in his game, right? And then he followed his guru's advice, which is to follow your passion. And then he opened a martial arts studio in his neighborhood without analyzing the market or anything. So soon he realized that he's not making enough money and he's actually losing money. So he's working for free. He doesn't have enough customers to become profitable, and he cannot raise his fees to compensate himself for his time. And because if you do that, he'll lose the existing customers and not attract any new ones, right? So when he cannot pay his bills, right, do what you love becomes a stress, and his passion for martial arts is endangered that way because it's tied to stress now. So before he started this business, he should have analyzed the market. He should have asked the right questions. Questions like, does this neighborhood actually need a martial arts studio? And is my studio gonna do something better than the others? Is there something unique that I'm doing that will justify my prices, right? So these questions, you're more thinking about others and what the market wants, not just about what you love and your passion, right? So you have like all of these millions of blogs that are abandoned online, right? Well, these bloggers, they were passionate when they started the blog, right? So what happened after this? They didn't get the traffic or the feedback they expected from the people. But if you would write a blog and get like millions of interactions, like likes, shares, comments, it went viral. Would you stop there or would you keep going?
Keep going. Got a
Of course.
feedback.
Yes. So, and so what I'm saying is the key to passion in doing anything has nothing to do with like specific activities that you're interested in. It has everything to do with the outcome of that work. So the feedback loop creates passion. This is when your efforts yields positive responses from the marketplace. Positive echoes is what drives passion and motivation.
What is positive
So,
echoes for someone who didn't read the book?
so positive echoes can be any feedback really, like to support what you're doing, like like it can be in numbers, it can be sales, it can be emails from happy customers, people recognizing you in the street, whatever, like depends on your level, right? So what you should do is to stop following your passion and start following the market needs, and this will create passion
So
in
should she be in finances or
whatever the market needs. Again, what problem is she solving? If she well, it depends on her goals too, right? If she becomes a piano teacher, is she expecting to go in that field, like to become the best piano teacher in the world? Or it depends on your needs, on what you're looking for, right? You
Mm,
can make decent money teaching piano online, but is this what you want, or you want more? Do you want more? If you want more, you have to analyze the market then.
right. Excellent insight. So I think we're saying similar things with different languages
Mm,
because I believe that so that martial artist, he's following his passion. He's not gonna go be an English teacher if he sucks at English, right? He's gonna do martial arts, but he's gonna do it in a way that becomes successful. And that is why I said have a mentor. That's why I said have somebody that did what you want to do successfully and follow their blueprint. So that's following, that's going to lead you to analyze the market. That's going to lead you to analyze the competition, to figure out the pricing, to have a business plan.
mhm.
And that is the quadrant of can you get paid for it? And that is the quadrant of do people need it? So if I'm not a good life coach, but the market needs it and I can charge high prices, that's not going to work. It has to be part of my passion. There has to be a passion in the thing. I have to love it somehow. Like, I think there has to be balance in the 4 quadrants.
If one of your videos went viral, let's say you're not passionate about it, you're just doing it because someone told you that you're good at it, okay? And you don't actually like it, but you see a gap and you're trying to fill it, and so you do it. One of your videos went viral, and then you start like getting demand like crazy. People are booking you for sessions and all of that, and passion will be created. Like you will love doing that because it's paying off.
I already do.
Exactly, because you're already passionate about it. But I'm saying, like, if you were not passionate about it, for example, it's a very random example, but first thing came on mind. Ahmed is he's not passionate about the metal business, but he makes millions off of it. So it became his passion.
He's
Yeah,
he's
because he is
excellent
good at it.
at it.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about finances. She's in finances and she doesn't like her financing jobs. If she got paid more and more, she's still not gonna like it.
Yeah, but if she did something that took off and people were like, "Oh my God, you're the best at this," or "You can actually excel at that," or whatever, and she will find that she's actually impacting the life of others somehow, doing finances, I don't know, passion will be created,
Mm.
you
So your
know?
advice is that what would she do right now as a first step, like to simplify?
Well, she has to try for herself, like you said, take action and try for herself. If actually piano lessons took her somewhere that created more passion and started making like reliable income, and she's satisfied and happy and fulfilled, then yeah, then why not, right? But if it failed badly and she's slowly losing her passion and not developing her skills or whatever, then maybe it's a sign to take a different route. So
Mm.
basically, you're trying to read the market mind, which is a term from
Yeah.
the book as well. You're trying to read the market mind and see the feedback that you get, right? But you have to give yourself some time to try.
Nice. Okay, so I have another good question. If there's similar potential in all three avenues, finance, she can tap into the market mind and she can be financially successful. And in piano teacher, the same. And as a martial artist, the same. What advice would you tell her then?
Everything is the same.
Yeah, in terms of the market, the need and the finances.
Okay. Which business can you scale more? Like piano teaching, where can it take you? Like what is the next step? Do you want to create an online course and sell it? This is how you scale, maybe.
Mhm.
Um,
I like it.
just
So let's say she figured out a way to make all three of them scalable. That leads us to another question. Which one should I choose now?
Well, that's really up to her. If everything is equal, then it's up to her.
The one she's passionate the most about?
Yeah, the one that feeds her passion more,
Mm,
creates that drive in her more.
nice. In her heart.
Yeah,
And then if she can do all three.
yeah. But you cannot shit on two toilets, remember?
Right. Is there anyone that shit on two toilets in terms of business? Multi streams of income.
Of course, all of the investors in Shark Tank, for example, they have hundreds of businesses that they are invested in, but they're not really involved. They delegate people, they hire teams.
So as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, an individual can work on something, take it off the ground, and then keeps it spinning and focus on something else to start it, and then takes it off the ground and keeps it spinning. And then once you have spinning plates, it's easier to keep them spinning. But in the beginning, you have to focus on one thing.
Well, Facebook, for example, the guy didn't start Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp at the same time. He started Facebook, and then when it's completely established, he acquired the other businesses, right?
What books would you recommend for someone that is trying to find their purpose and trying to make money?
So the books that I've read and been very helpful: Unscripted, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich. On the spiritual side, well, Think and Grow Rich would also be on the spiritual side and practical side at the same time. But I would also recommend The Power of Now. It's a life-changing book and a must-read.
Mm,
To It's very liberating, and you need to be liberated, free of pain, not controlled by your mind and emotions, in order to make more balanced decisions and more wise decisions, and you have more clarity to make decisions to begin with. So, and this book will help a lot doing that.
mm, nice.
What about you? What books would you recommend?
I would recommend Built to Serve by Evan Carmichael. Well, it's called Built to Serve because the idea is we are all built to serve. That is our purpose, actually, is to serve. But how do we serve? We have to, from the book, we have to find our core values. Because if you don't know your core values and you start doing something that doesn't resonate with you, like in this example, finance, you're not going to be able to push through the obstacles because it's not in alignment with your values. So once you know your values, then you need to figure out your how. How are you going to apply these values into a service?
Mm.
And how are you going to change this service into money? Because if it's not bringing you money, it's less likely that you will continue doing it. It's less likely that you will help more people. It's less likely that you'll be able to invest in yourself in order to provide more value and higher quality value. So I think that book is really cool. And it's also directed towards people who want to grow their social media presence, which I think anyone who is self-employed in this day and age needs to have a social media presence. And let me see what else I can recommend. I think everyone should read King, Warrior, Magician, Lover, just because it's going to teach you more about who you are. I think you need to know yourself. There's no way around it. No matter what business you have, no matter if you're an employee, if you're self-employed, you need to know yourself very well. And something some of my mentors taught me early on in my journey of self-improvement is to have a folder on your computer that is filled with personality tests, with self-assessments. The more you know yourself, the more you can position yourself better in the market, the more you can choose and make more accurate decisions. And as you take action, like we talk about having to take action without having full clarity. That's so important because when you take action, it's like I heard this analogy recently. You can only turn your car if it's moving. If it's not moving and you turn the wheels, the car is not going to turn. So for you to move into the world swiftly and gracefully, you need to be in motion.
Yeah.
So you can be in motion with no GPS whatsoever, with the windshield is completely dark, or the more you know yourself, the better GPS you have. The more you know yourself, the better and cleaner and clearer windshield that you have. And then you want to find the how. How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it is I need to find mentors. I need to find books. I need to find knowledge. I need guidance, exactly what to do. Analytics, studying the market. Like my mentors may help me study the market. My mentors may help me analyze my analytics, right? So yeah, Built to Serve is a really cool one. King, Warrior, Magician, Lover is a really cool one. And honestly, all the books that I read, I recommend them because I think it's a pyramid. And at the foundation for that pyramid is your soul, your spirit. Above it is your emotions. Above it is your mind. Above it is your body. And above it is your business, your community, your tribe, the world, your country, the planet, the universe. It's like a loop. So everything to me is connected, right? There's no disconnection between entrepreneurship and spirituality. Some people have the ability to disconnect them. I find it difficult. So
Nice,
yeah.
man. I love that analogy you used about the GPS.
Nice.
I was smiling when you were recommending books because I can see the difference between us. A person that is led by sensory and a person is led by intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about like analytics and King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. You have to study this, you know.
Right. Yeah.